saw the movie, 1969 movie by Ken Loach called Cass. Cass is about a boy who is probably 13, 14 years old, but he was born in this family which is like a reside in a coal mining town in England, and kind of a very, because of their poverty, because of their life difficulty, he seems to be like abused, and also the school he goes to, it seems like teachers are tremendously abusing kids, asking them to do a tremendous difficult task, or just the physical punishment or whatever it is. So when I saw it, wow, what a society that telling the story of this boy who grew up in that kind of a family, and also that time of era. But come to think of it, that's more or less like everybody's life at that time, like that. I think life is difficult, and people get a little bit impatient or something because they're not happy themselves. They are very critical to the others as well, and therefore everybody suffers, I would say. So from this boy's view, it's not that abusive in that particular life, but he has to find something that he could live on, and that's when he found this young Kestrel. This is a European Kestrel, Eurasian Kestrel, which is a little bit different from American Kestrel, but pretty much the same, falcon family, I would say. And so he really wanted to do a falconry, which is how to train the falcon for your, wishes to be trained, falcon, or the expert or whatever. So he went to the library, but he couldn't get the library card. And finally he realized that there is this bookstore, and so he goes there, and because he doesn't have any money or anything, he just steals those books. And but anyway, he learned himself how to be a falcon trainer, and this Kestrel doing very well under him, and it shows the particular footage of how he became this falcon treat person. And so that part is nice, and also not all the students and the teacher relationship are bad or anything. One of the teachers, an English teacher, who was doing this story time that the individual student has to tell the story in their life. And I think this boy's time, he told about this Kestrel story, and teacher got interested, and one day he came to see the boy is training the Kestrel. And that particular scene is, I would say, the best scene of the movie, because he was recognized, and teacher was happy, and the relationship teacher and the students are very, very nice at the time. And so, yeah, but I cannot spoil the ending, but the ending is like a little bit concerning a little bit, but concerning the time that they lived in, maybe that's like a natural course of this particular story. And so when this particular movie came out, of course I didn't know anything about Ken Loach. And Ken Loach's film, also I think that's one of the earliest films, 1969. And so Of course, I didn't watch it at the time. I wasn't aware of that particular film exists. But after I've seen this couple of movie by, today's, and I really loved Old Oak. And that was the first one I saw this year. That was like a 2023 movie. It was like a very uplifting, very nice story there. But then this other film is a little bit darker side to it. And but this cat also has a very dark side of it. Dark side of English coal mining town environments, and the dark side of the human being, psychology, and dark side of the kids growing up there and trying to get by, stealing and outwit from other people, and but that's the only way that they can live, I would say. So that particular thing is almost like a Charles Dickens stories of Oliver Twist and all the other stories. Very, very dark, harsh environment people has to grow up. And so that particular thing is almost like I felt like that's the English traditions historically. And so that was very interesting. But aside from those country, and aside from the history, I really liked these boys. I think willing to live for his happiness and trying to live as much as possible, trying to be something. Not because of the society looked on them, but he himself wants to be happy, freer person. And that particular sentiment is, I think, resonate with me, and especially befriending with Kestrel birds is tremendously emotional to me. When I was growing up, I didn't have abusive, environments or anything like that. But of course, as a kid, you're not happy that much. I don't think you're not going along with the other kids together. But I was almost like a lonely kid. So when I come home, I have my own cat who was very, very friendly, just like a dog. He, comes after me everywhere I go and play. And one moment that I remember is that I usually go to the rooftop of my house and just lie down there to look up the sky to think about life, right? I'm like a 10 years old, 11 years old kid, and making myself a little bit kind of a reflective and happy, I would say, and meditative. And then this cat comes to me and lie on my body and stay there as long as I am there. As long as I was having this particular posture, lying down, she was there, and she was very, very, friendly to me at the time. And that particular memory is very, very strong. And I to remember that particular incident of mine with a cat, with this boy, with Kestrel. So yeah, I think having a pet, if you don't have a human, a close friend, having a pet is the next best thing, maybe better than human friend, because those relationship between pet and you are more or less like a very genuine and very, very strong. And from that is not just from boy's side, but also this pet side too. Pet seems to think that this particular person is the best friend, and that particular feeling is very priceless, and that's what I remember. But anyway, so this particular film is available in various sites, I think, if you look for it. So 1969's film by Ken Loach called Tess. Okay.